Chapter 6, Introduction to the Fundamentals of Lean Process Improvement. In Chapter 6, one of the key concepts here is quick changeover. So we're going to take a look at that. I've opened the PowerPoint that is on your Lessons tab that is associated with it, and I'm going to walk you through just a few of the slides. What is a setup or changeover? Changeover of equipment or process means to go from making one thing to making another, or going from doing one kind of task to doing another. So a lot of times we have a changeover of a banquet hall in a hotel, for example. We have a wedding that needs, and the next thing that's coming in is a holiday party. Or changing over an OR room from one surgery to the next. Stadiums, exhibition centers. So we have changeovers in lots of different businesses and industries, and it's a common thing. Now, changeovers take time, so that is a concern. I'm going to move on to one of the concepts that is on slide 20. And one of the things they're saying is, in order to save time, if we can take internal processes and make them external, it could save us time with a piece of equipment. In other words, the amount of time that you're spending wasting time in front of a piece of equipment so someone else cannot use that piece of equipment. That's basically what it is. So let's look at the definition for internal. It must be done while the machine is stopped. And external can be done while the machine is running or being used by someone else. So in order to illustrate this, I want to move to the end of the slides and show you an example that they have from a hospital. Let's say that we're looking at the process of using a CT scan machine, and all 11 of these items are done with that one patient. The scan ends, you turn off the machine, you remove the IV from the patient, etc. Now the next slide is where we take a look at some of the steps that can be done with a patient while they're waiting for their turn to go into the CT scan. So removing an IV, verifying their ID, explaining the procedure, verifying the physician orders, and starting an IV. Those kinds of things can all be done outside of that scan machine. So that leaves just the other items 1, 3, 4, 5, 10, and 11. So when you take a look at that and you eliminate the waste of time of using that piece of equipment, or the changeover from one person to the next in using the CT scan, you'll see that the new procedure then is listed here. And the results, it cuts the setup time by almost 50%. I'm going to go back to the second slide in this PowerPoint, and it should look familiar to you because it also is the same slide as we saw in Chapter 5, and that is with small batch size. We said that small batch size has 1, 2, 3, 4 very, very strong reasons to have a small batch size and to make our process more efficient. The problem was the changeover and setup time. So if we can reduce that changeover and setup, then we will be reducing the negative aspect of the small batch size. So going from one batch to the next batch. For example, taking some of the internal things that we did before and making them external. We could do those outside or have those being done while the machine is being changed over. I hope that has provided a little insight into what this chapter is about. Now, Shingo is the person who is being awarded the idea of speeding up the changeover. And so there's a video on Shingo, as well as a 9-minute video on quick changeover. And they're very insightful, and I recommend that you spend some time looking those over. This is the PowerPoint that I showed you a few slides, and of course your quiz and your discussion questions. That's it for today.